All right, cool.
Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 248. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Gloria?
Hello.
What's up, Mike D?
Hello.
All right, so this weekend, I saw Taken 3, okay? And I absolutely thought it was freaking fantastic. I loved it. All right,
It's that good.
Yeah, I actually did, okay? And Liam Neeson did not want to do it if anybody was taken. Because he didn't want it to be, all right, this time the daughter was kidnapped, the mother was kidnapped, he was kidnapped. He just wanted to do something different with his character. And his daughter and his wife, and all, well, ex-wife, whatever. So they just went with the characters, okay? And in this case, he was framed. Okay, so his name and reputation was taken. So that to me worked because you don't have to have someone kidnapped all the time. You could still do movies with those characters, and you could call it Taken. It's okay, you know. And all of a sudden now that this was supposed, well, the second one was supposed to be the last one. Then they made a third one. They are gonna probably do a few more. They are in talks to get him signed for 4 and 5. You know, and they left it open where there would be another one. I would be very happy to see that because I like seeing him kick ass and beat people up, and he's just an amazing actor like that. Would you go see that, Mikey?
Which one? The new
Third
one or
the new one?
Oh yeah, I'd just see the third one.
Yeah. And you like the other two, right?
Yeah, the other two are good. I don't know what they do for a fourth one. I mean, unless he's going up against somebody that, you know, like stole his identity or something. I'm not really sure.
Well, that's what they. I mean, they didn't do stolen identity, but they framed him for murder in this one. So people were joking around like, you know, where could they take the series? I've seen jokes where they had like alien abduction. and like werewolves and all kinds of stuff, and he's just talking to the aliens like, "I'm gonna come get you." And yeah, it's like look, I don't care what they do. I'm happy to see him return and go with. It's like the Die Hard movies, you know. Like I'm fine with the Die Hard movies. I can still watch the Die Hard movies, you know. It's not gonna be like the first one, which was perfect. Okay. But
well, the second one was pretty good, and the third one was entertaining, but you know.
Yeah. I know, but the first one to me would always be the greatest.
So why don't they have Liam Neeson's character maybe team up with John McClane, where they're both at the wrong place at the wrong time?
That could be a good thing, like a crossover. I mean, if you could do a crossover with 21 Jump Street and Men in Black, do a Die Hard Taken crossover. That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
At least that would make some sense.
Yeah, now Connor, are you used to the Taken series?
I haven't seen the first two, but I want to see them because I really like Liam Neeson.
Oh, he's fantastic.
And I think he's great as an action star now, because I know that he's taken a completely different path with his career.
Did you see Non-Stop?
No.
That was good too.
I watched that.
Yeah, there's one called Walk Among the Tombstones. I haven't seen that yet, but that's supposed to be like one of his action sort of films.
Isn't another one The Gray or something? Is that another one?
The Gray was good. The Gray is like a survival film. He's with a group of people in a plane that crashes, and
then he's like Zeus in Clash of the Titans, or Wrath of the Titans, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, the Gray is kind of like a sort of a character study on like people in their will to live.
Right.
Survival, all that. I mean, it's a great film. Looks great, and I thought it was really good. Some people didn't like the ending because it kind of was like left things up in the air.
Right.
But you know, you could put together what happens if you have half a brain cell. It's not that difficult. But
now we're gonna probably see American Sniper probably this week.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah,
I have as well. Yeah.
Gloria, you like those movies Taken?
Taken, yeah.
Yeah. Now, did you get the joke that the one who plays his daughter was like having trouble with her boyfriend. I think when they were filming the second one or something, or the third one, and Liam Neeson really called up the guy and scared the living crap out of him. And
Yeah.
the guy was like actually crying, like on the phone. They played that for Jimmy Kimmel. That
I
was
think
pretty
that
fun.
was that was a put on sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I can see him
Maggie,
too. I can see him doing that though.
that actress was I forget her name, but it's Maggie something or other. She was in the
Maggie
first season
Grace.
of Lost. Maggie Grace, thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Now, also, I had the luxury of seeing, after I saw, well, Daniel actually mentioned that I didn't do his cast because I was watching Batman Forever. I was watching Batman Forever with Sharon having dinner. But after that, we saw Agent Carter, episode 1 and 2. How freaking good was that?
It's good.
That was phenomenal. I'm very happy with Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Especially since Jarvis is technically the Vision, I believe, in the next movie of the Avengers Age of Ultron. I believe is the same actor. So I think it's the same actor. So,
but that's stupid though, because Jarvis was not the Vision.
well, no, but yeah, but they can't. I can understand why they made it that way, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But then again, Ant-Man. I mean, Hank Pym created Ultron, not Tony Stark.
Well,
so.
I guess if you're screwing up the Marvel continuity, you might as well really screw it up royally and do a good job of it, because that's what they're doing. I mean, the continuity is just all over the place.
Well, we already discussed the comic book aspect of it, which I'm not going to go into here. But the comics are way more screwed up than the movies are going to be. So, and eventually they're not going to be a well to draw stories from because it's so messed up. But Agent Carter was actually entertaining. I got to say, I really think she's an awesome actress, and it's a good story, you know. So I think that that's going to continue beyond its miniseries run.
Yeah, me too. I believe that's good.
So what are your,
as far as S.H.I.E.L.D. goes, what?
I was just going to say, what are your
Okay.
thoughts on Daredevil?
Daredevil, I have high hopes for, actually, because it's because Ben Affleck basically becoming Batman that just basically give it a reason to have a Daredevil series because they got the rights back. They also got the rights back to Ghost Rider and Punisher and stuff. So I have high hopes for Daredevil. Actually, I think that's going to be great. As far as the other ones, not really sure. But Daredevil, I think, is going to be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Then there's another movie coming out, Mordecai, with Johnny Depp as like a Inspector Clouseau, Austin Powers type of thing.
With his mustache, yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty stupid.
Yeah.
It does look.
That looks stupid. I mean, why don't you just put a new Pink Panther movie out?
Yeah.
I think. I mean,
Johnny Depp's making some really bad career choices.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just
His last good choice was probably Alice in Wonderland.
Into the Woods. He's doing a sequel to that also.
Yeah.
But and he's doing Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Thank you.
7, 10, I don't know, 100.
Whatever. and maybe Dark Shadows 2. I don't know. But Johnny Depp. Yeah.
There may be a delay on my end, but I like Dark Shadows. It held up until around the end.
Right.
Like the final battle at the house.
You could do another one. Yeah, you could do another one. I want to see him as something different, though, like other than... He's always with Tim Burton, right?
Yeah.
Like Helen Bonham Carter.
Buddy.
Like every friggin' movie, right?
Well,
if ever there
I know what you're going to say.
Tim Burton's not going to be with Helena Bonham Carter anymore, so you don't have to worry about that.
Well, but Johnny Depp will probably still be in movies, right?
Tim Burton's latest film is great. I watched it the other night.
Big Eyes, or something like that.
Yeah, Big Eyes with Christoph Waltz and Amy Adams. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, Christoph Waltz is great.
Amy Adams was great.
Yeah,
He's
Amy
doing-
Adams is good too.
He's doing Beetlejuice too, with Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder, Tim Burton.
Yeah, well, I can't wait.
And he's doing this book that my kids read, Miss Pellegrin's. What's the name of the thing? Help me, Connor.
I know what you're talking about, but
You
I
know
can't
what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
Peculiar
about.
Children. Peculiar Children.
Yes.
It's, I bought them. My son Anthony was reading it, then Joe started reading it. Then I bought them the next chapter, and then it's like a couple books. But he's doing that. Then what else is he supposed to do? He's supposed to do something else after that. I forgot, went blank. But yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like
got
Tim Burton movies.
Mortal Instruments news. I know the last news I put out there was about the show, the movie being changed to they're going to move it and make it a TV show instead. I was talking to my friend about it because she told me about it first, and so she's been like keeping me up to date. And she said that I was wondering about it, and I asked her if it was true or not. I said, "Do you think that they're going to actually redo the first? Like they only released City of Bones, the first movie, the first book." Into a movie. When they do the show, they're going to do the first one, City of Bones, again with the new cast for the TV show.
That's stupid.
So it's like it's going to be like two different worlds. I told her I wish that they would just finish up the movies too because I like the movie cast. But I have faith in the casting and everything. They'll do a good job of casting and stuff for the TV show. So I'm still going to watch the TV show, and I like it actually. I like that because they'll be able to delve more into the story. They'll be able to like put more in it. They won't have to cut, like as much like they do with movies. Because you know how it is when books get turned into movies, they have to cut so much stuff. So I'm like happy when it comes to that. But I'm just going to be upset. The only thing that's sad about it is that the cast is going to be different. And I got so attached to the movie cast that it's going to be
Mortal Instruments. Let me just see what they did on the box office.
Yeah, it didn't do so good because they didn't do promoting very well.
Okay. It had a budget of $60 million. It did $90 million. Well, it did okay. I mean, it didn't make that much of a profit, but it still made a profit, which warranted to go to TV, maybe, I guess.
It would have did more had they promoted it more. They didn't promote it as much as they should have.
Right.
They probably didn't have the budget to do the promoting as much. That's probably why they did.
Let me see what news I have for that. I'll tell you right now.
Cassandra Clare, the author, she also released on a site that she has where she gives us excerpts from, like, added little scenes that weren't in the book. Like, there's one where Magnus and Alec have their first kiss that was based in City of Bones, or right after City of Bones, which is the first book. And then
As of October, it is going to be a TV series, right?
Yeah. And then there is a deleted scene from the book excerpt that happens during City of Ashes, second book, where it's Chase's point of view in the silly court instead of Clary's point of view. So it's like it was like cool to have those little sneak, episodes to read. So it's like
right.
Yeah.
There was also let's see. There was a story about Sherlock, and people were saying that if it's so popular, why don't they make more than 3 a year? And Martin Freeman had came out and said that they're all perfectly fine with doing Sherlock every 2 years because they're a big movie schedule, but that's getting harder and harder for them to film because they're becoming more and more recognized. They did finish filming the Christmas special, but they're not going to film the new series, I guess, till next year. Is that right, Connor?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, because they don't have time to do it.
I can't believe that the Cumberbatch baby is going to be born before the next series airs.
That's true. And I can't believe that Cumberbatch is going to be an Avenger. which that's interesting, to say the least. I don't think Doctor Strange ever became an Avenger,
Nope.
as far as I know, ever. I mean, he's been a Defender.
Yeah.
You know, he's been a secret Defender. I mean, but he's never been an Avenger.
Well,
So.
like we discussed earlier, they're not exactly sticking to canon with things. So.
No, not at all. And the big mystery, of course, is Spider-Man. What the hell they're going to do with Spider-Man? Because they're still not.
I like Garfield, but I wouldn't mind if they got back to Tobey Maguire. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it either. I mean, I don't think anybody would mind it. And of course, the big rumor is that Captain America dies at the end of Captain America 3 Civil War, and the Falcon takes over as Captain America, like the freaking comics. Not happy about that. Not happy also that Winter Soldier supposedly kills Tony Stark's father, which prompts Iron Man versus Captain America. That never happened, and that's stupid. So, but there's been stranger things that have happened, and more stupider things that have happened, like Batman vs Superman, which 1,000,001 superheroes in that movie, as well as villains. I don't know how that's going to do. Connor, anything on that or no?
No.
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 Another thing here is, unfortunately, Howard the Duck is going to appear in the Guardians of the Galaxy comic now, which is terrible. Howard the Duck is, yeah, I'm not really happy about that. I don't even think joking around. That's going to be terrible. But then again, all the comics are turning to crap anyway. On horror news, Ouija 2 is going to be coming out. They said it was a success. And they're going to be doing another one. There's going to be another. You ever see Ouija? Mikey?
No, I haven't. I was actually going to recommend Babadook.
Babadook, I still have to see. Keep telling me about that.
Yeah, Babadook is actually a good. It's a good creepy sort of old school horror sort of thriller.
And for those who are fans of The Purge, there will be another Purge, as I said before. Also, there may be another. I know there may be another Blair Witch that they're actually talking about now. Why? I don't know. The first Blair Witch was like the profitability was just made $250 million, and I think it cost a couple of thousand to make or something like that. So that
yeah,
they're going to make.
Well, that proved never underestimate the stupidity of the average American, because they marketed that like that was all real footage that happened. Those people really disappeared. It's like people bought that. It's like, God, man, people are really stupid and gullible to believe.
Well, after that, it was like found footage movies all over the place. That started the whole damn trend with that thing, which I'm not a fan of. Found footage films. What's so funny, Gloria?
Oh, sorry. In the background. I've got it on mute, but it's still funny.
What?
I've got AFV, America's Funniest Home Videos, on in the background. Mute, but it's still funny.
All right. What else do we have here? Looks like Black Cat bombed at the box office. That's
What was that?
That was with Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, that was the Michael Mann film, right?
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, it did terrible.
Michael Mann's a great director. Directed a lot of really good movies. I haven't seen that one, so I can't really comment. But he directed Heat, and he was one of the creators of Miami Vice. He's a very stylized director. Collateral, I believe he did that one also. And good director. You got to look up like part of his back catalog. Watch some of his films. Really good.
Taken 3 did 163 million so far on a $48 million budget, so that's definitely going to have a Taken 4 and 5, absolutely. And if I could show more box office numbers, The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, have crossed $800 million.
Whoa.
Yeah, that is crazy. The Final Night at the Museum is also a success story. $284 million with a $127 million budget.
That was really good.
That was really good. The Penguins of Madagascar is another successful story for kids. 286 million. Yeah, from 132 million, so that's a success. An American Sniper, box office wise, 58 million to make, 134 million in so far. So it's only the first week. So that's amazing.
This year is going to be the big year for movies. Avengers 2. You know, like the Bond film coming out at the end of the year. And
Can't wait for that.
Star Wars. Yeah.
This week, we got Mordecai, The Boy Next Door, and Strange Magic. Now, Strange Magic is by George Lucas.
Oh, yeah, I saw it, yeah.
I thought he retired.
No, we didn't. The Boy Next Door is about J-Lo getting her groove back with some young guy or something eating her cookies. And then Mordecai, you know, we know what that's about. Now, the 30th shows Project Almanac, which is a time travel Michael Bay thing. Oh, Jupiter Ascending is finally coming out. They delayed that for like months upon months. It's supposed to be out last summer. That's with the Wachowski siblings. Yeah. So that's coming out. Yeah. So that's coming out on February 6th. SpongeBob movie, which, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Yep, thank you.
Of course, in time for Valentine's Day, 50 Shades of Grey and Kingsman: The Secret Service, which, yeah.
Is that the one that was supposed to come out last year, but it got delayed like 3 times?
Which one, the Kingsman?
Yeah, Kingsman.
Yeah, that's coming out. That looks good, actually.
Who's in that?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Is it Colin Firth?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Colin Firth. Yeah, that's that one, okay. All right.
We got Hot Tub Time Machine on the 20th of February. the second one. We have a horror movie, The Lazarus Effect, on the 27th. But it really starts heating up. Well, we have Crappy Chappie. Chappie?
Oh, God.
Chappie coming out in March. That was awful trailer.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a Ethan Hawke like time travel film.
Yes.
Coming out.
Predestination.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Cinderella comes out on the 13th of March. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension is the 13th of March.
They're still doing that series?
Absolutely.
Really?
Oh,
They're serious about the series, yes. We have the Divergent series, Insurgent. I will be seeing that. That's pretty cool. We have April. Let's just skip. We have Fast and the Furious 7 is March 31st. That will do good, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like anything else here. Let's see. Mall Cop 2, that's terrible. Unfriended, that's supposed to be a horror movie. Just the name alone, I just want to see it. Unfriended. You unfriend me on Facebook? I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, that Facebook nightmares.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Avengers Age of Ultron is on May 1st. So that will be number 1. Then on May 15th, we have Mad Max Fury Road, Pitch Perfect 2. But I think Avengers is just going to rock, and it's going to be number 1 for the whole month of May, I think. I mean, I think that Pitch Perfect 2 and Mad Max are going to get drowned in that. Even San Andreas comes out on the 29th of May. and I think that Avengers is just going to stay number one the whole entire month. I don't think anything's going to knock it off. In June, Insidious Chapter 3 may knock it off. Jurassic World, we got on the 12th of June. That would do good. The Transporter Legacy, that may do good, because they all did good, those movies. Ted 2. Did you see the first Ted?
I haven't.
No?
No.
Right, D? No. Where'd Gloria go? Gloria's gone?
Yeah, I think she's gone.
Okay. We have Terminator Genesis on July 1st.
That'll do well.
For 4th of July weekend. Yeah, that's going to be... Minions on the 10th. Ant-Man on the 17th. The Peter Pan movie. The Poltergeist movie on the 24th. See, I don't know about Poltergeist, Mike, because they were saying that it's not like a horror.
That's a remake, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're not going to make it like a horror, though. I don't know about that. The remake of Point Break. Why? Okay, 31st. Fantastic Four movie is August 7th. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. on the 14th of August. Sinister 2 on the 21st. Hitman Agent 47. Isn't that related to the video games?
Yes.
On August 28th, right? And of course, this year skips Resident Evil, because Resident Evil will not come out this year. But next year, well, I believe. And then it's just another Maze Runner, which is good. That's on the September 18th. And I'm just skipping through to see if there's anything else good here. Blah, blah, blah. Vacation on October 9th. The new, well, I guess it's a sequel, right? It can't be considered a reboot because they're in it, right?
Probably not.
Gem and the Holograms, which who cares? Yeah, Gem is truly outrageous. Truly outrageous, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Arnold Schwarzenegger Jr.
Good for her.
Yeah, I know. Arnold Schwarzenegger's kid is going to be in Scouts versus Zombies.
That sounds shit already.
Is that the one that he had with? Is that the one he had when he was banging the maid and got her pregnant?
I don't know. I don't know. Peanuts. There'll be Spectre. Peanuts and Spectre come out the same day. November 6th.
Spectre's gonna trounce.
Yeah. I know what Connor and I are going to be seeing, right?
Yeah.
On that day.
I think that's going to be on caliber with Skyfall. I mean, I think that's going to be...
yeah.
Skyfall was the $1 billion Bond movie.
Yeah, it was the most successful Bond movie of all time.
Yes.
And it's the greatest. I love it, Skyfall.
Yes. So...
Skyfall was really, 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 really great, but Casino Royale was still like really.
I really like
Casino Royale. And I've loved Daniel Craig in the role. Like back when people were still comparing like what Bond should be to like Pierce Brosnan, I was really intrigued when they announced Daniel Craig, and I had a lot of naysayers, people like friends of mine, family members, and stuff. And I'm like, look, watch the damn movie. Daniel Craig's
I was happy with that choice. Yeah.
Yeah, and Craig, like Casino Royale, was like that's one of the best Bond films in the whole franchise.
Right.
Yeah,
and that also made me say that he is friggin' the best. I mean,
he's the truest to the books. If you read the books, Daniel Craig's is definitely the truest to the books.
Yeah, like they refer to Bond. He's a blunt instrument being utilized.
Guys, give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Just go ahead.
Sure. But yeah, Casino Royale was like really like 10 out of 10 material, and Skyfall was up there with that, I believe, Connor.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah.
Yeah, Quantum of Solace kind of was. See, I don't know what that movie could have been, because from what I understand, they had a writer's strike at the time, and they were in a rush to get it out. But I still was entertained by that, because even bad Bond is good Bond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That gets a
But-
lot of unnecessary hate, I think. It's quite
I agree.
low on people's lists, and I think it's actually a pretty decent Bond film if you compare it to the rest of the franchise.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, like some of the Bond titles, I don't know, like how far have you gone back into the Bond franchise history as far as
I've seen them all.
like some? So what are some of your favorites, like your top five, so to speak?
From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Moonraker, The Spy Who Loved Me, and I actually really like License to Kill with Timothy Dalton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably my top five.
Yeah, the only one that's kind of out of place in there is a lot of people like take a big shit on Moonraker, and I saw that in the theater when I was a kid, and I liked that. Roger Moore was kind of the lighter Bond, not quite the darker sort of tinged Bond like Timothy Dalton or Daniel Craig, but there's something to be said for Moore's era of the Bond franchise, and I've always been entertained by Moore. But I'm with you on that. I mean, From Russia with Love and Goldfinger, and my choices are a little bit unorthodox for the Bond franchise because I've been like a lifelong Bond fan, and I love On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the George Lazenby
I really like
film.
that. Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of people said if Sean Connery actually played Bond in that particular film, that would have been the greatest Bond film ever. And who knows? But as it stands, I think that it's an epic Bond film. It's great. I mean, the locations, the action, the stunts, the actors, everything is great in that. And I think that it undeservedly gets kind of shit on a little bit by some circles because it's got like that other guy that only did one Bond film in it. And I know Christopher Nolan says it's his favorite Bond film. I mean, Nolan's a huge fan of that movie. And like my favorite Bond films are On Her Majesty's Secret Service and Casino Royale. Like off the top of my head, those two, without a doubt. Yeah. And I love Dalton's Bond because I like that kind of like hard, sort of cold-edged sort of way that he portrayed the character.
Yeah, Dalton's he's also overlooked because obviously you've got Moore, Connery, even Brosnan. Even though I don't think that Brosnan's quite as good as Dalton.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I think that Dalton's definitely one of the best, actually, if I'm honest.
I got to tell you, like, I'm not a big Brosnan fan, actually. I think that GoldenEye was great.
Yeah.
But I think that Brosnan did not quite live up to, I don't know if it's the writers for those films or what happened. They're entertaining films, but it's kind of like Brosnan didn't quite live up to what we all expected he would be in that role, as far as I'm concerned. With
Absolutely, yeah. Like, Die Another Day was a pile of shit. I mean, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, it's two separate films. The first part of the movie I actually enjoyed, and then it became like some weird generic action film with Halle Berry in it. Like, what the hell is that about?
Yeah.
But I mean, Connery's those are the classics, of course, and then you got Lazenby for that one film, and more to me is he's kind of my nostalgic Bond. I remember growing up watching. I think Moonraker was actually the first film I saw of his in the theater.
Yeah.
And then I very clearly remember watching like Octopussy and A View to a Kill, and then Living Daylights and License to Kill and so on. Yeah. But I remember I saw more in the theater, and then I remember my parents, like when VHS first came out, they were telling me that there was another Bond before Moore, which was Sean Connery, obviously. And I would go to the video store and rent those video cassettes, and I had to kind of learn to get like accustomed to Sean Connery's films from watching the VHS.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird thing. It's like Doctor Who almost, where it's like, you learn that there's other people that play that character, and you're kind of like, oh, well, let's see how this guy plays him.
Yeah.
So, But
So, what I miss?
oh, we were
just
talking
had a
about
really
Bond.
long Bond conversation, yeah. Really good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I mean that should be. Is that a two-parter, Connor?
That's I think it's going to be a two-parter because what I've heard through the leaks from Sony is that the ending is going to be a shocker on
Wow.
who Christoph Waltz's character is going to be.
Now
Wow.
they announce Christoph Waltz's character as like somebody named Franz Oberhauser, right?
Yes. Yes.
But people are like the conjecture is that he's going to be Blofeld because apparently, you know, the name of the movie Spectre, so you're kind of looking out for the Blofeld character to pop up within the film.
Aren't
I
they
think
re-releasing Goldfinger in the theaters?
In the
What-
theater
Yeah.
or period.
I thought they were going to re-release the Goldfinger.
Oh, I haven't heard that. They do it quite often though, but
Yeah.
I mean maybe Connor's in the UK, right? So they may show it differently over there than they do over here in the States.
They don't actually show Bond films in cinemas. They show it on TV. They've actually started showing them on TV an awful lot
Right.
now. So, yeah.
Did they do that for Boxing Day?
Yes. Yeah, they did Daniel Craig's era so far from New Year's Eve to about I think they even showed one on New Year's Day. I think they took a little break and then they showed Skyfall on New Year's Day. Can't remember exactly. I think that's what happened. But yeah, they kind of just show them at like the holiday periods.
That should be number one for a while because on the following week, on Friday the 13th, is Friday the 13th, obviously, and that's going to be a reboot of a reboot of a reboot, which I don't even know how that's going to be. I don't know why they're rebooting it again. And then we got Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2. So I think James Bond would be, at least for a couple of weeks, number one, until Mockingjay, I guess, comes out.
And it's a highly anticipated film as well because of Skyfall, the success of Skyfall.
Well, and Bond covers like quite a large demographic of males, especially. So
yeah.
I mean, like everyone in my family, from my mom to my dad to whoever, they're all Bond fans. I mean,
oh, I'm a Bond fan too. I mean,
They're gonna
my
see
dad
that?
took me to the theaters to see Roger Moore, you know. And
that's what Connor and I were talking about. You know, I used to go to the Roger Moore films when I was a kid. My parents would take me, and he was kind of my nostalgic Bond
right.
that I remember going to see.
Yeah, he was my Bond.
Yeah, I mean, this new Bond film is going to have Dave Bautista as the henchman.
I heard about that.
Yeah, Mr. Hinks. Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
be a good henchman, I think.
So I'm actually going to be sad when Craig actually leaves the role because I've associated him probably more so or as much as Connery in the role at this point.
Now, I heard that they extended his contract, right? Because this was supposed to be his last one, but he's going to do the one after this one.
Yeah, he's
I
only
thought,
signed until Bond's 25.
Yeah.
I thought he had like a 5-picture deal.
I don't think so. I think it was only 3.
Okay.
Oh no, 4, no. He already did
I thought
3.
it was 4.
4,
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
Because
He
they
would
were
have done
talking about
5. If he did Bond 25, he would have done 5.
yeah, because they're talking about so part of the Sony leaks was the thing about Idris Elba, right?
Yes, yeah.
What do you think of that, Connor?
I don't mind him actually as Bond. I think he kind of has that look of, you know, Bond. And I don't mind, you know, that he's black and everything like that,
Right.
that people have been getting so angry about. And I think
I don't
he's
know
a
why they
good
would be angry
actor.
about it, but
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
good
Idris-
actor.
Yeah, the main thing with Bond is being able to pull off his demeanor, you know, just like how he
I
is.
think he would do it. I think he could do it. Idris Elba.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Absolutely. All right. Other than that, that was a release schedule mostly for throughout this whole year. I know that the James Bond movie was going to be a success, Spectre.
You missed a particular film, Joe. Star Wars.
Oh, crap! What the hell? Oh no, I didn't go to December. Sorry. No.
You gotta bring
I'm
up.
sorry.
You gotta bring
I'm
up.
sorry.
You gotta bring up that little movie that no one's gonna go see. Come on.
No. I didn't get to December. I'm sorry. Okay, December 4th is the Crumps horror movie, whatever that's going to be. December 11th is In the Heart of the Sea. December 18th is Sisters and Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which will be the #1 movie of all time for Star Wars, I'm sure. And then, of course, is Alvin and the Chipmunks 4 and Mission Impossible 5, which who really cares about those two? But, yeah, Star Wars...
I have to say, I do care about Mission Impossible 5 because Mission Impossible 4 was actually the best of all those films, and they did a great job in that movie. So I would like to see Mission Impossible 5. I think that would be good, actually.
I think that this Star Wars movie is going to do more than Avatar. Avatar, I think, has the record for $2 billion. Is it $2,800,000,000? That's because it's a 3D thing. I think. Let me just see what Avatar.
Well, the thing with Avatar, it seems like James Cameron waited a little bit too long because the novelty's kind of worn off with that.
Yeah, he's delayed the new Avatar. Avatar has $2,787,000,000. So,
and it's nice to look at, but I mean, you know, did you really think it was that great? I mean, you know, it's all right. It wasn't like a terrible movie, but it's like, you know,
I think because of 3D, the money for a 3D movie is like double the price of a regular movie. So just because of those sales alone, I think it did great. But I'm not really thrilled about Avatar 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
I would like to see Star Wars Episodes 7, 8, and 9. And all the spin-offs that they're going to plan. The Han Solo, the Yoda, the Darth Vader movie, the Ben Kenobi trilogy. I mean, they're going crazy. So
they're doing a Ben Kenobi trilogy.
I'm hearing that's what they're going to do, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Ewan McGregor, I'm hearing.
Do you think he's going to do that?
Absolutely.
All right.
They even asked Liam Neeson if he wanted to reprise his role as Qui-Gon Jinn for I guess it would be like flashbacks or whatever, or
it's like
I don't know if it were a ghost, maybe it'd be a ghost.
As long as it go back to that shitfest Phantom Menace.
But that was the greatest Jedi battle in history, though.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
I mean, you can't call a movie crap and then you have the greatest Jedi battle in history. I mean, that's, you know, Mr. Qui-Gon, what's midichlorians? I know that was like, you know, and Jar Jar.
Actually, yeah, you can. There can be great scenes in really shitty films.
I mean, I know that happened in Gilligan's Island, where, like, you know, Gilligan saved the life of this girl and she became his, you know, servant, sort of like Jar Jar. But that's ridiculous. We need to repeat that in Phantom Menace. But anyway.
Well, when are they going to reboot Gilligan's Island? Are we ready for like
next year?
Oh no! Oh,
actually,
kill me now.
Yes, it's filmed. Yes, next 2016 is coming out. Yes.
You're not being serious, right?
I am actually being serious.
No.
In fact, I can get you an exact. I can get you an exact date. Actually.
Gilligan's Island. What is it? A movie or a TV show?
It's a movie. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know. All right. Well.
No, you're.
All right, let's see. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Okay.
Can we like send Liam Neeson out to like take out some of these Hollywood people that are greenlighting some
you know
of
what?
this shit?
You know what? Why don't I just give you some surprises and go over the whole list for 2016 while we're here, because we're not leaving anytime soon anyway.
I mean, are they going to be remaking Avatar next year? I mean, like some of this crap just came out like 3 years ago.
I'm just going to mention the holy crap moments.
Okay.
Ben-Hur remake.
Well, you know, okay, that makes a little sense, but yeah, whatever.
You know, Deadpool. Now, Hail Caesar, I don't know if that's a Gods of Egypt. What can I do?
Hey, Brian.
What's that?
World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cop. That's not happening, Bill Murray said. Not Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy said that's not happening so far.
Good.
Goosebumps, the movie. Okay. Captain America Civil War. Angry Birds, the movie. X-Men Apocalypse. Alice in Wonderland 2, Through the Looking Glass. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is filming in April, so that will be out for next year. Conjuring 2, Now You See Me 2, Independence Day 2, The Mummy reboot, will reboot. Tarzan with Eric from True Blood. Star Trek 3, Ice Age 5, King Arthur, Power Ranger movie, Bourne movie, Smurfs.
Is that with Matt Damon? He's returning.
I don't know. Gambit the movie. Trolls. Sinister Six.
Promising.
Untitled Star Wars movie in December.
You know, it has to be said, believe it or not, there was a time when I used to go to the movies I used to go to the movies every week. And I would see something every week. I have not been to the movies to see a movie in about 3 months. Everything sucks ass that's coming out. I mean, seriously. It does. I love film. I love cinema. I go back to like the 30s and 40s with movies. I love movies, but it's been nothing but garbage that's been recycled and vomited out, like for the most part.
Right.
The things that are coming out, it's garbage.
Well,
It's
we have
just like-
Spectre and Star Wars to look forward to.
Yeah. It looks like Gilligan's Island has been delayed indefinitely.
What about the next Alien film? Or Terminator? What do you think of Terminator? Is that going to
Friday
suck?
the 13th. They already have another Friday the 13th planned. 2018. Independence Day 3.
This has become a sick joke at this point.
Yeah. Nativity 3. Dude, where's my dog? Oh, God.
So they're going to have Jason. Jason's going to have a son, and he's going to train his son in the ways of being a serial killer, and it's going to be a coming of age tale for his son. You know, I mean, come on.
Gilligan is off the list.
Gilligan. Well, who's in that?
I gotta get your casting list. Hold on.
Wait, you got to tell me. Give me some advance warning before I spit my beverage out here, and you tell me.
I'm sorry.
If it's going to be a steaming pile of crap, it's got to be.
Okay. Let's see.
Is it called Gilligan's Island?
Yes. Hold on. Okay, it just says Gilligan's Island movie planned by Warner Brothers.
Who the hell is going to see this?
Who's doing it?
I hope that people will see, folks, if you have aspirations at this point to make it in Hollywood, go out there because they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. And if you have any inkling of any sort of like creativity, you'll make it. Just go out there because they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, and this stuff is garbage. It sucks. It's shameful, terrible crap.
Okay, wait a minute. They have a list here. Wait. Josh Gad is Gilligan.
I've heard of him.
Who the hell is that?
I don't
Josh
know.
Gad is Gilligan.
Oh,
Bill
yeah, okay.
Bill Pullman.
Skipper.
No, I think he's going to be the professor. Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, why not? Okay. Where they got John Goodman as the skipper or something?
I don't know. What the hell are they doing here?
Oh, man.
They just said... I don't think this is happening, honestly.
Scarlett Johansson is the movie star.
Yeah, she could be Ginger. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Ginger, yeah.
Miley
Lin-
Cyrus could make an appearance.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus. There you go. She could be Marianne, right?
Marianne.
Yeah, there you go.
Marianne there.
Yeah. I mean, we could make this crap up worse than they
know.
can. Why don't they pay us?
Oh, God.
I mean, do you feel your life being sucked out of you at this point?
I just, you know what the sad part is? That people will watch that thinking it's original. Like, this is the greatest crap ever, and then I'm like...
Who the hell does that?
These generation, they don't know what came before, man. They'll watch this and they'll think it's great. I saw they made a sequel to the Christmas Story, right? Why the F would they, right? I'm watching it like, please tell me that this generation's not liking this. You know? And it's like, it does. Like, they make sequels based on crap. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But Gilligan's Island is getting a reboot.
Yeah. Well, like the character in Tropic Thunder said, you should never go full retard. So.
I'm a leg farmer, mother. Now that's what I would want to see. They're doing Zoolander too, but that's what I would want to see at Tropic Thunder. Or Tom Cruise's character.
I mean, like, really, no joking. I know we're like screwing around with all this stuff, but I mean, really, like get some original ideas, people. I mean, there's stuff out there. There's great independent films. I mean, Babadook. We talked about that earlier. That's a great independent film. It was made in Australia, and it's one of the creepiest movies. It's like The Exorcist. It's a great movie. It's not a remake. It's not a reboot. It's not some recraptacular garbage. Like whatever, like we've been talking about. Right. Go support that stuff. Like there's no reason to be remaking shit that came out like Prison Break. Yeah, we were talking about Prison Break earlier. When did that show?
They're not going to remake it. They're going to continue it, I think.
But who gives a shit? Did anybody? I mean,
I guess they do. I guess.
Whatever.
I mean, here, let's just look. Let me just say what they say about Prison Break.
They need to take concept like we talked about earlier with like Battlestar Galactica, where they took something that was lackluster.
Well, they're remaking that too. So.
Well, they took something that was lackluster and they made it better conceptually with the Ron Moore reboot of that, and that was great. And they should do that with like some other shows, like like Space 1999 or UFO, or some of these shows that a lot of people have never even heard of.
Two things.
But you can't remake Star Wars. I mean, come on.
They said they're going to remake. They're in talks to continue Prison Break, but there's nothing to report. And also, there was that rumor going around with the movies that Keanu Reeves was asked if he would be interested in a 3D new trilogy of the Matrix movies.
No.
Which
wasn't the second and third one shitty?
That's just talk.
Let's hope it stays as talk.
Well, I gotta say that was the worst ending for the second one I've ever seen in the history of endings.
I don't even
guys
know.
On a table that was just what the. And then 3 was just
awful.
You died, and yeah.
I don't even know
died,
what to say.
He died. I'm like, oh god.
I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, like the first film was great, and I think like
the first film was fantastic. I mean, that was like the torch picking up from like Star Wars. I mean, that back then, that was like the biggest thing. They said that the Matrix movies was like Star Wars until they screwed it up, and they filmed Reloaded and Revolutions at the same time, and they just ruined it.
Yeah, and then they talked about it was meant to be a trilogy the whole time. Yeah, right.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't going to be a trilogy. It was only going to be one movie. Yeah, that's bullshit. That was just, they ruined those two. So what are you going to do? You're going to bring back Keanu Reeves back to life and also Trinity too? Wouldn't work anyway now. I don't know. Fast and the Furious, they're confident they're going to continue the series anyway. That's another thing, you know? I don't know.
You can do it without Paul Walker, can't you? In a way.
They've done it.
I
mean, with that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, Paul Walker lived the Fast and the Furious lifestyle, didn't he? Running that Porsche right up into that.
Well, he didn't drive, though. He didn't drive that, did he?
No, I think he was a chauffeur he had or something.
Yeah, chauffeur drove. That's, yeah, well.
Well, that's an example of movies influence people, you know, bad actions.
Well,
we shouldn't be putting out these movies that teach people to do such bad things.
Well, people should be able to think for themselves. Just like if you play a video game and you kill if you play a video game and you kill a character on a video game, do you go out and you kill somebody? No, you don't. Well, like you have the idiot that what do you play, Grand Theft Auto, and then he's going out and he's stealing cars like Grand Theft Auto. I saw in the news a couple of weeks ago. Like
well,
retarded.
The problem is you're always going to have mentally imbalanced people.
You saw that? It was on the news a couple of weeks ago.
This gets back to the argument about like movies influencing people's actions or music.
If you're raised right, it's not going to influence anything. You know,
well,
you're not in a negative light. Well, I mean, look. First of all, every generation is different, parenting-wise. But half these people that are raising their kids in this generation, they're like lackadaisy. They just let them roam around in a mall. They don't care. They're not like strict with their kids, and the kids just walk all over them. And they think that they're on top of the world. These kids think, you know, not all of them, but some of them, they think, you know, they're unstoppable. They're young. They're going to live forever. They have the attitude where their parents don't give a crap, so they just do whatever they want. And that's bad. You know, there's no strict moral, you know, common sense taught in the household. There's no good family values that are taught. And then people just, then this is the society we live in now where you just have it collapsing. People shoot people in movie theaters.
Well, I mean, what you said family values. What do you define that as?
Like good old family values, like eating at the dinner table, okay, with your family. You know, talking about things. Getting good grades in school.
People not eating at the dinner table leads to people shooting people at malls.
No, but you don't understand. It's.
I do understand. I'm just asking.
Parenting. It's the parenting. Now we're doing the Topic Wonders.
Exactly.
Well, maybe we should do Topic Wonders now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Take care. Bye for now. Topic Wonders episode 1 coming up next.